Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. How's everybody doing today? It is happy hump day for all those that are humping. You know what I mean. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, a great week, a great year. I hope everybody survived the eclipse that we had the other day. Y'all know how it is. Leilani,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am here. Oh, so I'm going to start this off, this particular hey y'all rant, whatever we want to call it today, with a I don't know if it's a disclaimer. I don't think this is a disclaimer. I don't know. Might be a disclaimer. I don't know. Leilani, if it's a disclaimer, help me out. 'Cause it might be a disclaimer, but I don't know if it's the right word, but let's just go with it.
Disclaimer: is it a warning? A warning label?
It might be a warning. It's warning-ish. I'm speaking on watch your mouth has a lot of different meanings to a lot of different people. And if you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know I am a who you talking to girl. I am. I don't get in a lot of arguments on YouTube because I don't think it serves a purpose. To me, anyway. Because with the exception of the people that I know in real life, people that are on the internet are a what's the word I'm looking for? They're a distraction, they're entertainment, but it ain't nobody to get my blood pushed up about. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to speak on something that's been going around in these YouTube streets. However, I'm not going to do it specifically. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I'm going to use the subject and the specific subject as a not a focal point, but as a reason as to why what I'm saying I'm saying. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like that didn't make sense, but okay, if you knew what I mean, they'll know what I mean too. I am 100. I am 10 toes down. I am don't start none, won't be none. I am that way about just about everything, especially when it comes to verbal altercations. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little old for physical altercations because I feel like I ain't look. I have bad knee or bad hip. I be done broke myself trying to break you. We let it that. We can argue and go on about our separate ways because I'm too old and that's just what it is. I don't start no physicality. However, don't say nothing to me and be scared to get it said back. Don't start flapping your gums and then when somebody say something back, all of a sudden you crying, talking about you being bullied or da 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 da. However, I believe in arguing. If I'm gonna argue with you, I'm gonna argue with you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going. If me and you beefing, what I'm gonna bring your kids into it for? Uh, I'm not gonna bring your sexuality into it. I'm not going to attack you with nothing I don't want to be attacked with. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna call you fat, bitch, call me fat. I know I'm fat. I look in the mirror every day. You call me ugly, ugly is subjective. I might be ugly to you. You know what I mean? Unless you know what I'm saying? So I've heard that somebody was attacked by another person, and the attack kind of went left, or maybe the attack was I don't know because I didn't hear. Like I said, I don't get into any beef with anybody. I don't go on to beef channels, not because I think it's not necessary. There's beef everywhere, and some people like it. And if you like it, I love it. It's just not me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause one, I don't want to hear nobody arguing for an hour. Cause I hear like 3 minutes of cussing. I'm like, oh, well, they ain't talking to me, and I'm oh about my business. I don't about my business. I'm like, oh well, what you do? Look, I'm like, what you do? And you know, and nine times out of ten, there's nothing resolved.
Hey, Miss
There's
Kirk.
no huh?
Miss Kirkland said, "Hey."
Hey, Miss Kirkland, there's no resolution to the situation, and it basically, I'm thinking if I want to argue with somebody, either I just need to get some shit off my chest and move on, or find a resolution to the situation, because maybe it's a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? He said, she said, I heard, they heard. You know what I mean? We clear it up and we move on. We may
Right.
not be friends, but we ain't got nothing to say about each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm here to talk about how words can hurt people and how you ain't gotta like somebody not to like how they treat it. Does that make sense?
Uh-oh.
Just because I don't like you don't mean that somebody should treat you in a kind of way because I don't like you. I don't like you. But that doesn't mean that you should be disrespected. That doesn't mean you should be violated. And that doesn't mean that people have carte blanche to do whatever they want to do to you because you're not liked. You know what I'm saying? That's just no, because if they'll do it to that person, they'll do it to you. And then
Mm-hmm.
they'll do it to the next person. Because here's the thing, like I said earlier, if I'm arguing with you, I'm arguing with you. I'm not bringing your kids into this. You see what I'm saying? I'm not bringing your sexuality into this. What I look like being a gay woman with a wife, bringing your sexuality into a situation. What I like, you see what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't know the specifics of any argument on YouTube because that's not my thing. But it just made me think about the fact that words can assault a person. If you're listening to somebody get cussed out and get uh, and what the person is saying is physically affecting you, how do you think it's affecting the person that is being said to?
Right.
That's my thing. If I hear, like, baby will be listening to an argument on whatever channel she's listening to, and I can hear it because she takes it off her headphones and she puts it on her phone. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, did she call her a fucking bitch? God damn. Was she fucking for real? Do anybody know that? I make a joke about it. You know what I'm saying? Because unless you up under them, how you know they funky? However, that's just basic. Funky, nasty, whole slut. These are the things we say when we argue, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you cussing somebody, Leilani cuss me out. Not, but you understand what I'm saying. Cuss me out.
You know that ain't in me.
I know, but you know what I'm saying. Be mad with
You
who
fat,
you
ugly. Uh, yeah, something like that.
right. I'm not going to say that you should be assaulted in any way. I'm not going to say that you should be harmed in any way. I'm not going to say that I'm going to do this to you, that this is what you deserve. You understand what I'm saying? Because that borders on attacking somebody personally. When, to me, and maybe I'm wrong. So if somebody want to come in the chat, if somebody want to come down in the comments later on and tell me I'm wrong, but I don't see shit personal about YouTube. If I say your name, if I specifically say Leilani's Kitchen, this shit is for you, bitch, then yes, I'm talking about you.
Hey,
I
Kim.
have I have specifically named you in this situation, and now everything I'm about to say is pertaining to how I feel bad or good about you. But I know you. I talk to you. You got my regular phone number, know my real name.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else to these people that I don't take nothing personal on YouTube. You know how many times somebody to call me an abomination because I married my wife? And because hell, before we got married, we was just dating and living together. You know how many times we were called an abomination before God? know how many times a man has said that you just need some real dick? Boy, you know how much real dick I had before? I found out that that wasn't the bee's knees. That ain't just how I floated. You know how many people that said that I'm going to hell and yada yada. Y'all don't know me. Trust me. I'm not going to hell for being gay. I may go, but it's not for that. But I don't take it personally because I don't know these people. They mean
I had to
nothing to
interrupt
me.
for a second because I went to hit the like button. They've moved the like button
So who?
on the computer. The like button.
I don't know what my tablet is. Baby, look at your thing and see what the like button is.
I had to close the chat to find the like button.
Okay, for all y'all that don't know, I have no idea what Leilani is talking about. Because I hit like either when I'm coming or going. I don't know nothing.
You're
Y'all, I'm
not
so
on a
sorry.
phone. If you are not on a phone,
Uh
the
huh.
like button is not below the screen where it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
They've moved the videos that you might want to look at next. That's now below the screen.
Oh, oh, okay. You know they always changing stuff. They don't care nothing about what we want, baby. They
I
always
wish they
changing
would
stuff.
quit.
Well, they don't never make it better. I know this
Mm-mm.
ain't got to do with what we're talking about, but they don't never make it. It doesn't never make it better. It doesn't make it any more user accessible. It doesn't do anything. All it do is confuse people. So, but I normally hit like on the way in or out, so I wouldn't know anything about the other
I
stuff.
do too, but it wasn't there. But it didn't. It clicked to me because DC's message popped up. Did you hit the like button? I was like, oh, let me click back on the other screen, but it still wasn't
Oh,
there. And I'm like, where
gotcha,
is the button?
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. So back to what we was talking about. Before I get, I get distracted. I wonder if I got ADHD. I don't think I got ADHD because I can sit up and do. No, I mean, because I can sit up and do one task for without moving. I can. I'm just easily distracted. I don't know. Maybe that's a disorder. Easy distraction. But I go back to what I'm doing. That's crazy. Anyway, so I don't specifically, like I said, I don't specifically know what was said to anyone, but I do know that there were words spoken that could be considered threats, that could be considered assault. Because I don't know why people don't nowadays in this day and time. Now, when we was young and back in my teens and stuff, we said all kind of regular shit out our mouth. We did all the same to each other, and a lot of the things might have been fighting words. But nowadays, times have changed. You just can't say any and everything out your mouth to somebody. You can they have gotten laws for that, terroristic threats and things like that. I mean, is it that serious on YouTube? You know what I mean? Has it become so?
My baby.
Has social media become so virulent and so violent and so vicious that we just laugh this stuff off now? We just overlook this stuff. We just blow it off. Because think about it. If somebody if a heterosexual man is talking to a gay female, regardless of whether she a female or a stud, regardless of whether she's single or has a significant other, if the first thing they think about when they want to talk about somebody is the sexual acts that they can do to another person, violently do to that person, if that's the first thing they can think to say, what does that say about the person that's saying it?
That they actually believe in that stuff.
I don't say I'm gonna do something. If I'm pissed off and I'm saying what I'm saying, I mean what I'm saying. That means if I mean what I'm saying, then they mean what they saying.
Mm-hmm.
I have never said I was going. You know what I done said? Now I said I fucked somebody up. I said, bitch, I'll bush in your face. I said that, and I admit that, and I had picked up a tray to do that. Picked up a tray. I was working in a restaurant. I said, I'm gonna bust this bitch on her face when she come around this corner. That's exactly what the hell I said. I said it loud enough for the hear. I said it loud enough for everybody to hear. I walked in the kitchen with a tray in my hand. She was coming around the corner. I had the tray up and getting ready to swing. I swung the tray and my homegirl snatched it out my hand. I damn near fell down. I about to bust this bitch in the face with a tray. I meant I was. She saved me from going to jail.
TC says it says they believe it and have probably done it. Yep.
Now here's my other thing. As content creators, whether you're a big platform or a small platform, it is up to you to control the people in your chat. We don't have a lot of issues in our chat, so I never really have to do it on a regular basis. I think I've done it like twice when people come into my chat talking about somebody. It was one night we were doing disco. Baby was doing her music. We was doing our Friday night thing. And all of a sudden people wanted to come and think, what was it? I think Keisha and me, or they were talking about Keisha and somebody. Both of them or one of them, I don't know. And I politely stopped the music and stopped the chat. You feel free to come into my on my platform and talk about me all you want to. That's fine. I don't give a shit. But my platform needs to be a safe space for my bomb squad to come and say what they want to say, express themselves how they want to express themselves, and not have to worry about somebody coming in and saying what the fuck they anything come to mind to hurt somebody's feelings and to get a little attention. You have your own platform. Do that on your own time. You have to you have to be able to regulate people regardless. I mean, even a friend, if one of y'all came on the chat and y'all was just disrespecting somebody in the thing, I would time y'all out for a little while because clearly something going on that I don't know nothing about. And I would come to y'all in the DM like, y'all all right? I ain't gonna let you just keep publicly doing it because come on now. And I'm also not gonna here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't do think pieces and all that extra stuff. I say what I want and I'm done with it. If you mad with somebody, that's cool. If you don't like what somebody say, that's cool too. If you want to cut somebody out, do it. I'm a firm believer in cutting somebody out. I have no problem with it at all. But I have a problem with something that's said verbally but hits physically. Does that you feel me?
Yeah.
Being a woman, whether gay or straight, single or married, if somebody says they're going to physically do something to you in a sexual manner and they say it with their whole chest, they back it up with they back it up with not only what they're going to do this time, but what they're going to do next time, what they're going to keep doing. And every time they say it, even though it's not directed at me, it hit me in my chest. You know what I'm saying? Then
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something. The killing part is that people can do that because of the internet, because of just the nature of the internet. People think that because they're anonymous and because I don't see your face and because I'm not physically touching you, it's okay to do shit like that. It's not. I'm not gonna never tell nobody not to get their point across and they cuss a bitch out because they got on their nerves. However, really, I'm gonna I don't know what time. I feel like if I say some stuff, I feel like I can't repeat it because it'll get to the point where we can't monetize or we get the video. What's the thing called? They take them down. What they do with the videos nowadays?
Strike them, block them down.
Yeah, strike them. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I should even repeat the stuff because I feel like it'll be bad on us. Or say what I feel like is comparable to what was said. That's what I mean. Not repeat, because like I said, I don't
Well,
know
you
what
have to
anybody
use
said.
the codes, SA.
Right. But I mean, look here, everybody ain't gonna like everybody. I firmly believe some people get on here not to be liked, to be the villain. And I'm not averse to a good villain. Don't get it wrong. Sometimes I watch TV and I like the villain. So every now and again I wanted Freddy Krueger to win. I wasn't mad with old boy at Camp Crystal Lake because you shouldn't carry your ass out there and be naked in the woods. No way. Why you out in the woods? What? I'm serious. I like a good villain. I got no problem with a villain. I wasn't all the way mad with Killmonger in Black Panther because he had a point. Now maybe how he went about his point, but he had a point. So I ain't got no problem with people wanting to be the villain on these YouTube streets. Do you? There's a place for a villain, there's a place for a hero, and there's a place for just us regular people. I'm us regular people. I'm not a villain or a hero. I am just an observer in these streets, and it took me aback because I am a survivor. And imagine all the people who have survived what he spoke about or
Mm,
what anybody speaks about and have to listen to it be used in that manner.
right.
Imagine all the men, all the women and men. I'm not leaving men out because men have been sexually assaulted and abused in their in from childhood to adulthood. So I'm not leaving men out. Imagine all the people that listen and it brought back. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's not just about somebody saying some fucked up stuff. It's not just about that. It's about you understanding that as people, you never know what somebody has survived to get to listen to your channel. You never know what somebody has went through just to click your like button. And at the end of the day, those are the people that you got to be mindful of and thoughtful of because those are the people that's going to keep your channel going. The bomb squad keeps our channel going. The people who listens to us and like, oh, I like that and come, that's what keeps our channel going. And this has to be a safe space for people to be able to say what they want to say and not feel like they're going to be attacked. Make no mistake, I will sit your ass off my channel if you start tripping. I don't have to agree with you, and you don't have to agree with me. We can have a debate. We can have discourse because the world is not made up with everybody agreeing with everybody else. That's just stupid. But you got to be able to be cool to come to my channel to have that debate because you know that you're not going to be attacked. You know that, yeah, she might not agree with me and I might not agree with her, but we can have this discussion and maybe we can meet somewhere in the middle. On certain things, my opinions will never change. Children, my opinions will never change. Um, Parenting, my opinions then won't change. But I'm pretty much open to listen to anybody. But I'm not gonna listen to an attack. I'm not gonna listen to something that brings up something that happened to me in the past that I have to put behind me to move forward, but I can't do that because because I'm scared that if I listen to this channel, if I go here, I can't go there because the next thing I'm gonna hear is how somebody want to fuck me up, even if they're not talking to me. It I didn't realize how much words hurt until I became an adult, and I realized that 9 times out of 10, when I was growing up and I felt alone, it was because something that somebody had said to me. How my quote unquote friends would talk to me, and realizing that maybe they wasn't as friendly as I thought. But it wasn't until I was an adult that I realized the impact of words. That's why when I get on here, sometimes I do get on my soapbox. I stand on it, and I say stuff because some things need to be said. But I do try to be mindful of the words I use, so I won't hurt somebody else. So I won't bring up something that somebody else has had to put down or put back so that they can get to where they are today. You never know what somebody is going through. You never know what struggles they've overcome. You never know what what hills, mountains they've had to climb. And you don't have to be nice to nobody, but you don't have to be ugly either. Um, yeah. Let me see if anybody saying anything, y'all. Yeah, no, I'm looking.
What's up, y'all? Hey, everybody. Get DC Kool-Aid.
Hey,
I'm in here.
Rico.
What brought this
Hey,
topic up?
TC.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
What brought this topic up was I was sitting on another channel, and I actually witnessed hearing a gentleman basically saying how he want to put his. I'm gonna be just blunt shit. He just want to put his dick in the back of this lesbian and striper and all kinds of stuff, knowing she's a lesbian. And it kind of, brought back memories when I was young, in my 30s and 40s, well, late 30s, early 40s, how I was attacked like that at a concert. And when I listened to this dude say that, oh my gosh, it just brought back like so much. I didn't want to come out the trenches because I'm far past the bushes. But I'm listening to this guy just attacking a lesbian about what he gonna do to her. And then he's on another chat. Well, they on another channel saying that a straight woman would be fine with somebody saying that to them.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Well, what happened was a straight woman did say something. That's the thing.
That she was okay with that?
She was okay with that. She wished he would do that to her.
Okay, well, see, that's make all right. Like I said, like you just said, you went through something, and that brought back memories of what you went through. I am sure there are straight women out here who went through the same things, and it did not bring up happy memories of ooh fuck me. So one part, see, that's what. Go ahead. All right, Leilani,
Mm-hmm.
you a straight woman.
How would you feel if some dude say this to you? You know what I'm saying? You don't even know him like that. You just say let's say
I'm also
Rico.
a
Let's
survivor,
say
so I'm
Rico.
gonna feel assaulted because I am also a survivor.
Right. Yeah, because I'm like, they be on these YouTube streets and they be just like saying things. Like I said, I'm everywhere. I'm listening to everything. It's like entertainment for me, but certain things just strikes the nerve, for him to attack her like that. And then while she was being attacked, it wasn't even her channel nor his channel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the person channel was, I would have cut that, I would have boot him off because I feel like that was just very disrespectful on so many levels. so many levels. That's why I was like, for a guy to come at you and say that, and you're a straight 100% lesbian, if you're saying that
It
to
don't
her,
matter if they were straight or lesbian. That to say that to anyone is horrible. Period. Because whatever your sexuality is, being assaulted is being assaulted. It don't matter whether you straight, gay, whatever. If the person that's assaulting you is the same as you or not, it's still violation.
right? But
Period.
the,
It didn't matter what her sexuality was, nor his.
so I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding why didn't the straight men and the person channel that it was on, why they didn't understand the how faulty that was.
Maybe neither one of them have ever been assaulted. So to them, it's just words and it don't mean nothing. No, people's words have meaning.
And then when he was saying it, oh my gosh, it sounded like, how somebody hollering, especially a grown ass man hollering, just hollering like a mother. Come on, some I would do this to you. I would put my dick in you. And da-da-da. You know what I'm
Mute,
saying?
Lisa.
Huh?
Hit mute.
Okay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I heard an echo too. Wait a minute. Plus my headphones was up. Yeah, it's just like a strong ass man saying this to a lesbian, and such a, what's the word I'm trying to use? One of them deep voices, like he really can feel it and doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
On a live stream on social media. I mean, no.
Well, that kind of comes back to what's going on in the world. Social media is a mirror, is like a window into what's going on in the world. I was right before we got on here, I was on TikTok trying to, because right before we got on here, I said, baby, whatever topic you want to talk about, that's what we talk about, because I couldn't think of it. So I was on TikTok trying to find something before I said that to DC. And you know how on TikTok they have the interviews. Would you rather be stuck in the woods? They were asking women, would you rather be stuck in the woods with a bear or a man? And every woman said a bear. Every woman that he interviewed, every woman that he put the microphone in front of said a bear. And my first thought was a bear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because I made a kid that's a man. And for all the boy parents and the man parents, I should feel some kind of way that they feel that about my kid. But the reality is that you can't open up your social media. You can't open up a news show. You can't turn on your TV without hearing about a woman being assaulted or unalived because she said no to a man. You can't imagine the amount of videos and the amount of footage of women having to record an interaction with a stranger for her protection. The initial reason behind this video leads to a much bigger topic. And I've touched on it before, but women are scared of men. And not just physically scared, but emotionally scared. If you listen to social media at all, if you listen to podcasts at all you hear about is how awful women are, how single mothers are the reason for everything, how if you're a certain age and you're not married, nobody's ever going to want you. And these are men. That's a few women sprinkled in there because it's a few women, it's a few pick me women that feel like if they ride a man's coattail long enough, he'll choose them. And in reality, She'll just be riding them coattails. It is a bigger, it's a bigger image than just some bullshit somebody said online. This young lady, she was in her 20s, early 20s or late teens. She was killed last week because she didn't want to talk to this guy because she said no, thank you. I watched a woman be followed from a hospital to her car, regardless of how many times she told the gentleman, no, no, thank you, I'm good. It's not just about words. It's about the fact that across the board, we see every day that they back these words up.
Shut up.
Oh, go Meg. What happened?
Phone just suddenly decided to be real loud,
I see.
and I couldn't make it stop. I'm like, what's happening?
And crazily, that shoots another point in. As soon as a woman ex, uh, um, exudes her sexuality, uh, she's the problem. No matter how many times a singer or a rapper will sing about having sex or how big their thing is or how much they throw their thing, it doesn't matter. As soon as a woman says something about her sexuality, she's a whore with the hard or. Lil Bootsy made it a point to publicize the fact that he had his 13-year-old son sexually assaulted by an adult prostitute, and nobody said anything. It was cool. Men patted him on the back. That's the way. You ain't gonna have no gays coming out your house with you, Bootsy. It's not just about some words online. It's about the fact that each and every day, every minute of every day, somebody is making those words true. Somebody is daughter or wife or girlfriend or sister or auntie or cousin is being harmed in some way by a man. Just because she said no, just because she said no thank you, just because she didn't want to give up her phone number. You know how many bitches and hoes I done been? Because I said no thank you. How many fat bitches I done been? I ain't want the fat ass no way. You did 13 seconds ago. And while I know you didn't punch me in my face, you quietly asked me for my number when I said no. You loudly exclaimed about how fat I was to hurt my feelings, thinking that that's what would happen. And you know, when I was younger, it did. The older I got, the less I gave a shit. Because I know for every one that shows out, it's two or three that'll be like, I'll take your shit. It comes with finally knowing your worth, but your worth don't mean shit if an actual person wants to harm you in some kind of way. You see it every day, every day. How many times have you watched your homegirl or been at a club and y'all having a good time, and a guy or guys come up and they want to buy you drinks or take your girl off to the side by herself or and get mad because she says no. And then all of a sudden, y'all a bunch of dykes. Y'all must be fucking each other, I guess. How did it go from us just hanging out at the club to all of a sudden we just having a porno? Because we don't want to be with you. In the comments or whenever, y'all can make a video to respond. How many times have you said no to a man and he just nicely said, well, thank you, I appreciate your time. You're beautiful. I just wanted to let you know that. How many times is that? As opposed to how many times have you been fat, ugly, I ain't want to talk to your ass, no way. You must be a dyke. Who fucking you? Or whatever they be saying. How many times have you been scared to walk to your car at night when the sun go down? I can wait. She right there. How many times? A whole lot more times than you had a. How many times? The killing part is I can name 10 sad interactions with men before I can name one good one. And that's the problem. How many times have you worried about your daughter going to a party because somebody might drug her drink, because somebody might get her drunk and take advantage of her?
Every time.
On Steve Wilkos today, there was a young lady who went to a kickback. I guess it's what they call it now when the kids hang out and drink and smoke, you know. She went to a kickback with her friends that do it on the weekend all the time, you know, drinking and smoking and having a good time. And she was raped I don't, by or a friend or an acquaintance. I think people say friend too quick because I don't think a friend would take advantage of you. But she was getting ready to go, and the friend said, "Hey, you want to smoke before you go?" And she's like, "Yeah, I done smoked with him 100 times." So they smoking wherever, and she's talking to her boyfriend on the phone. He takes the phone out of her hand, mutes the call so that the boyfriend can't hear what's going on. He assaults her. And then after her being assaulted, her boyfriend doesn't believe her and he cheats on her. So not only was she assaulted by the rapist, her boyfriend turned around and assaulted her too because one, he didn't believe her, and two, he cheated on her because well, what you could have been doing it like I did it. That was his reasoning. Y'all hear what I just said? His reasoning for cheating on his girlfriend was because she had been assaulted. She said she was assaulted, and he said, "Well, you could have just been cheating. Why you ain't say nothing?" Well, he took my phone and muted the phone. I couldn't get to the phone. You could have said something. You could have did something. That's what he's saying to his girlfriend that was assaulted. This is what women go through every day. Girlfriends being assaulted by their boyfriends, wives being assaulted by their husbands. And the first thing that the police say is, "What were you wearing?" So then you get assaulted again by the police. What did you do? Why were you smoking? What were you doing?
Yeah. Why did you go with him alone?
Why were you there? Nobody asked the predator why they preyed on you. Nobody asked why did you think that was okay. Nobody says why is it all right for you to do that, but it's not all right for her to live her life without you doing that. Nobody asked them why do they think what they're doing is okay. Nobody asked them, well, what were you wearing? Nobody asked them shit. But you ask somebody who's been traumatized. Because let me let y'all in on a little secret. Getting dragged from the middle room to the back by your legs and nobody helping and people laughing, and then you got to come out like everything is all right. Make no mistake about it. Assault is assault is assault. And it don't have to be sexual because people knew what was going on with you. People knew what was happening, but nobody decided to help. Y'all think stuff a game because it ain't happened to you or because it ain't happened like that. Y'all think it's a joke. It's all funny. Well, they were arguing. Well, argue. I have cussed people out from the rooter to the tutor, and I have never, not one time, said I was gonna fuck them. I said I was fucking them up, smacking the shit out of them. I think I even told somebody, bitch, I'm not about to hurt my hand. I'm gonna run over you with a car. But I have never one time. Do y'all understand the far reach of essay? It doesn't just stop when the act is over. Now you're scared to be alone in the place that it happened. And
TC
then you're
is right
scared to,
here asking a question that you're basically answering. She said, "Do you believe that SA can be physical and emotional?"
it is emotional, it is mental, it is spiritual. Do y'all understand that you can't be alone in the place that it happened? And then you can't be alone with the person that did it, i.e., a man, if it was a man that did it or a woman. Because trust me when I tell you, I'm not just saying men do it, but men do it the majority of the time. You can't be alone with the person that did it, not the actual person, but another man. You're scared of being in a room with a man by yourself. Even your brother, your cousin, your dad. A loud noise will make you jump out of your skin. You can't watch TV no more because you never know when an assault might pop across the screen. You don't want to hang out anymore. You stop drinking, or you start drinking everything. Some women get promiscuous. Some women become hypersexual after sexual assault. Some women go the opposite way. And it lasts your entire life. It colors how you look at your kids. It colors how you teach your children. Do y'all understand that I understand because I am smart enough to know that my son can be assaulted. However, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that that was not an issue when when I realized I was having a little boy. However, when my sister got pregnant with my niece, that became a factor because of what had happened to me. affects everything you do. And a lot of people don't seek help. They don't get therapy. A lot of people don't even talk about it. And think about all the women who have never, ever even told anybody because they knew, hey, it's going to be my word against his. Think about all the young girls who are assaulted by their mama's boyfriend, but they don't say nothing because they scared their mama gonna take his word over hers. So you have to live in the life. You have to live your life in a place where not only you don't trust this man because he has put his hands on you while you're a child, but you don't trust your mama. And a lot of the women that allowed it to happen have been assaulted themselves.
Or they believe it, but they say just stay away from him. Just don't go over there by them. Don't say nothing.
I'll say something to him. I'll make sure you're all right. And then that same night, he's back in your room again. For everybody that watched Precious, if you ever watched the movie with Gab, well, I'm not about to mess that girl name up. With
Gabourey.
Monique, Gabourey Sidibe, and Monique, that may have been a fictional movie, but it's based on fact.
Yep.
I was listening to a court case about a mother who had given her 5-year old up to be assaulted for money. I was watching a commercial for Steve Wilkos show tomorrow when they're talking about bad mamas and how the mama would just gave her daughter to her boyfriend. Do you know how many young girls, little girls, fear that they're about to get married to their granddaddy? There are whole religions that marry off their children to grown ass men, and nobody bats an eye. This YouTube shit is small beans. Yes, it's words, but those words have an effect. But it's the bigger picture that bothers me. I have a granddaughter. I have little girls I love. Well, they're not little no more, they grown. Well, two of them ain't grown, but they children. They getting grown, but they're not the children. But they're this age, it's you fear every do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It is 2024 and little girls are still being engaged to 12-year-olds are still being engaged to 40, 56-year-old men. Nobody's saying anything. Men are still using sex to attack women, but we're the problem. Sexual assault affects the person it happens to as well as the people in her life because you don't look at people the same. And I understand it's irrational and all that stuff, but think about it. You couldn't protect me. One of your main jobs as a parent is to protect your child, but you couldn't or didn't protect me. Yes, it's only words, but think about it. If the first place somebody goes is to to cuss you out, for lack of a better term. It's all this shit, disgusting stuff they gonna do to you. Can you imagine if you'd have been in the room with the person? Do you know how many straight men think all a lesbian needs is some good dick? Not realizing we can buy dicks of any shape, size, and colors. Hell, we can have a different size for every day. And who said your stuff was good? I'm making a joke, but that's we have to joke sometimes when we're presented with these situations. Because what we gonna do? Argue with you? A lot of times I just say you right, but it's too late now. Y'all get what I'm saying? Oh, no. Oh, here we go. Dude was a whack job. Yeah. I I don't wish the devastation of sexual assault on anybody. And here's why. People think because you didn't die, it wasn't as important. I've heard that. I've heard cops tell survivors of sexual assault, well, at least he didn't kill you. I've heard that. But can you imagine dying inside every day? Can you imagine being scared to leave your house? Can you imagine somebody telling you all this stuff they're gonna do to you? And because you don't know what the person looks like or who the person really is, every time you go to the grocery store, every time you stop at 7-Eleven, every time you walk your ass into work, you don't know if the person that has said all this stuff to you is standing there waiting on you to come out. Now imagine if you are assaulted and the person doesn't go to jail, or you're too scared to tell anybody because you don't think anybody will do anything about it. Every second of every day, you're sitting there wondering, will it happen again? Will I see that person? Was it my fault? You know how many women think it was their fault because society has made it so that the first thing you do is question the victim? It's just like blaming single motherhood on single mothers. Well, you know what? I haven't yet to find a single mother that didn't need sperm. Have you ever noticed it's never the man's fault? It's never the single father. You just call him mean daddy. You ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
It's never single daddy, single mama. It's single mama and dad. She don't let me see my kids. But you don't erase them 30 texts. You coming to get him, you coming to see him, you coming to get him, you coming to see him. It's never. And even deadbeats are still just daddies. Well, he trying. He's making an effort. For real. Okay. Hello, Jax. You want to weigh in on this conversation? The dog's gonna just look at you like you retarded. I don't understand what you're saying. That's how Jack sitting up and staring at me while I said that. Anyway, but yes, to give you an understanding, I was robbed at gunpoint. I was like 20. Oh, I was like 24. I was robbed at gunpoint, and I was raised around guns. I ain't scared of guns. I ain't scared of bullets. I ain't scared of shooting. I ain't scared of getting shot at. I don't know why. I think it's a southern thing. I don't know. But for whatever reason, he told me to get on my knees, and the only thing I saw was him shooting me in the back of the head. Even though his face was covered, you never know what people are thinking. You never know. And he told me to count to 100. I couldn't count to 100. I didn't know what number came after 23. I remember that because I got on the ground and I counted to 23 3 times because I couldn't remember what came after 23. My brain would not process 24 and above. I looked at pictures, I gave descriptions, and it still wasn't caught. And that was my first time working an overnight shift, and I had been in that shift for barely an hour. We had $2 extra in the register. So this person committed armed robbery for $152. But for the life of me, after that, every time a doorbell dinged, I would jump. Because you know the ding when you come into a door, like a CV, like a 7-Eleven or something.
Mm-hmm.
So every time a noise like that happened, I would jump. And I would have to get myself back situated. Even though I knew it wasn't rational because I wasn't even there anymore. But that's what happens when somebody tests the very fabric of your life. I had never been in that situation before. To where somebody was willing to risk my life and their freedom for $152. Crazy, ain't it? Women would rather be in the woods with a bear than a man. Let that marinate on your spirit for a minute. They would rather be in the woods with a bear. I can't fight no bear, but I'd rather take my chances with Yogi. That says something about the times that we live in, y'all. And I know that's bad, but it just is what it is. And if I was men, I'd be mad about that. If I was a man, I would be extra mad about that. That's how they think about us, right? They like,
Mm-hmm.
if you was a dude, wouldn't you be mad? that the way women think about us, they rather be in the woods with a bear than me.
Yeah. But I'd also be wondering why. Why is that a thought?
Right, but I would be like, shit, I'm good with a bear. But I think it's like anything. It's like police. The police know. I bet in every precinct, in every city, in every state, all the cops know that there are cops out there that are racist, that are bigots, that discriminate, that are violent and trigger happy. But they don't say nothing. Nobody said nothing. When that white cop pulled that black man out the car, took the unopened bottle of liquor, opened it up, and said he had an open bottle, and nobody said nothing. Other than ask her what's her, nobody came on. Got all the way to trial with her lying, talking about she don't remember. When you can hear her open the top, take the plastic off, pop the seal, pour out an entire bottle of Crown. It was Crown, I remember. Remember it was Crown bottle. My bartender, I saw it when she picked up the top of it. Emptied the whole thing out and threw the bottle back in his seat, saying it was up under him. Has anybody ever seen a Crown bottle even small when you think that man was just sitting there hunching on the Crown bottle? But then no cops say, he doesn't seem inebriated. Nobody said nothing. Nobody said, baby, maybe he made a mistake. Nobody said nothing.
Well, she started off claiming that he smelled like weed. And he said, no, I don't.
Oh, but still, regardless, nobody said nothing. Did nobody else smell weed?
No, the other one did say, I don't smell it. She said, well, I smell it. He's like, okay, well, I didn't smell weed. That's when she went and located the, open bottle of alcohol, and then she changed it up, and then she was like, he smells like alcohol. Yeah.
Well, my thing is, they say that it's standard operating procedure to pour out open bottles of liquor. But my thing is this: if you're building a case on somebody, why would you pour the container out before you take it into evidence, showing how much alcohol was missing out of the bottle? Why wouldn't you record it or take a picture of it? The fact is that nobody said nothing. Nobody says anything. And men are the same way. When that man got shot for cussing out that woman and talking about putting his hands on her, and did he get shot by the grown ass men that was sitting there watching her? Not one of them said anything, and everybody's like, what they supposed to say? He could have did something to them, or he could have did something to her too. It took our 14-year-old son protecting his mama. But maybe if somebody had said something, he wouldn't be dead. I don't get it. Have we got to the point where we can listen to somebody say all they're gonna do to mess up somebody or hurt somebody or rape somebody, but we can't say, you know what? No, that's no, dog. That ain't cool. That's how far. That's where we've come to. That everything is okay as long as we don't say nothing. I don't know, Leilani. feel like when we be talking about stuff like this, it's just beating a dead horse. I don't know if it'll change anything, but I guess we got to keep talking about it because maybe one day it will. You
Yep.
got two daughters out there. We got people that shit you out there. I got a grandbaby and a daughter in here. I got a son that I don't want him to. I don't want people to think that about him, and I don't want him to be the kind of person that don't say nothing.
I know that I don't want my children, my two daughters, to have the same uh, mental problems that I have,
Right,
what I've been through.
right.
You know, that there's a reason why I don't get all dolled up because I'm very uncomfortable when men start looking at me.
Yeah.
That causes issues within me. And I don't want my
It's
kids like that. I want them to be able to get real cute and feel as comfortable as they can possibly feel.
right. But I want you to feel that too. You not too old to put your sexy to get your freakum dress out the back of the closet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it like I need to be in a very, very comfortable place before
Right.
I will do
I
it.
get that. I get that. I'm just saying I wish
But
that
in
for you.
general, just to get dolled up and walk out and go out in public and just be, I can't do it.
All right, TC. Yeah, I got you.
You
I
know, like
get that.
she said, stuff happens emotionally, mentally, like things happen.
It messes with your spirit though. People very rarely put that in there. They holler about church and I'm gonna pray for you. I I didn't ask you to do that. I asked you to stop your son from putting his hands on me. You know how many women have went to their mother-in-laws or the mothers of their boyfriend? Well, I'm gonna pray for y'all. I didn't ask you to pray. I asked you to tell your son to stop putting his hands on me. I asked you where did he learn that from? I asked you to help me. Just because somebody pray for you don't mean they ain't praying for your downfall.
Yeah, they praying for your strength to just accept it and keep going.
That's the first thing they say. Well, that's he's a man.
Boys will be boys. No, screw that.
No, that's how boys end up in caskets. And girls end up with 20 to life. Because all of a sudden she couldn't take it no more. But that's even few and far between. Because a woman will sit up there and make excuses for this man. I watched. I watched a woman who had two black eyes. Her husband beat her so bad, she forgot the week before it happened and the week after it happened. He beat her eyes closed, and she's still married. They were on Steve, and she was constantly making excuses for this man. And they even left together. The only reason, and she was still trying to figure out a way to go with him, even after found out not only did he whoop her ass, but he cheated on her constantly. She finally left. She went out the other door. I don't know where she left. She might have went out the other door and circled around. I don't know. Ladies, it's not your fault. If you wearing a little skirt and a little top, it's not your fault. If you was dancing on the dance floor and dropping it like it's hot, it ain't your fault. It's not your fault that a man cannot control himself. It is not your job to control. No matter what his mama, no matter what the preacher, no matter what your friends say. If he puts his hands on you, he will put his hands on you. It's not a one-time thing. It doesn't matter what gift he brings you. You will end up just like those girls you talk about, thinking that you're better because you got a man. But you got the bob and weave while you in there to keep them. Ladies, ain't nothing wrong with being single. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your own money. It ain't nothing wrong with living by yourself. It ain't nothing wrong with not having kids. It ain't nothing wrong with you to do and be whatever and whoever and wherever you want to do it at. The title of this particular video was "Watch Your Mouth." Ladies, stop watching your mouth, but make sure they watch theirs when they talk to you. Ask them who the fuck they talking to, and make sure they understand who it is. Make a noise. Bring attention. We don't have to be wallflowers. We don't have to hide in the back. We don't have to hope somebody gonna save us. Shit, save yourself. It's all right. Ask for help. Her feelings go away. Dead is forever. I am going to close this live, Leilani.
Okay.
I hope that it helps somebody. I hope that somebody listens. I hope somebody heard something that resonated with them. Because I don't know how we can fix this situation. But I know if we don't talk about it, nothing's going to happen. YouTube is a place of expression, it is a form of entertainment, it is a place where you can be what you want to be. But you don't have to accept abuse. If you see something, say something. If words that somebody is saying is bothering you and they're not even saying it to you, then you know them words are wrong, y'all. That's just all I got to say. You do with that information what you will. If you don't like to hear it, then it's wrong. To everybody that hears the sound of my voice, I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. I had a great Wednesday. It's nighttime. I hope y'all are having a good year. Uh, Make sure y'all like this video if you haven't already liked it. Comment down below your thoughts, your feelings, whatever. Comment. Make sure you share this video because a lot of people think they have nowhere to turn and think that nobody looking out for them. And I'm just one person. And I may be looking out for you from afar, but I'm looking out for you.
Hey, thick and meaty.
Thinking meter. I hadn't seen it. Hey, thinking meter. Hey. I hope that everybody is having a great day. I hope that everybody. My wish is that nobody would have to go through what we've been talking about. My wish is that women don't have to be scared to walk to their cars, to eat alone, hell, to hang out with their homegirls, for fear that somebody's going to harass them or attack them. But I know that's just not reality. But know that you got a safe space to express yourself. Because a lot of times people feel like they have nowhere to turn, nobody to talk to, that nobody will understand what they're going through. They're often told to get over it, that it happened and ain't nothing you can do to make it unhappen. The reality is if you feel like you need to talk, talk. If you feel like you need to talk all the time, talk all the time. And if you feel like you got something you need to say, but you ain't got nobody else to say it because you don't want your friends and the family to know, hell, talk to me. Get me in these DMs. Let me know what's going on. Comment down below and I'll holler at you if you don't want to put your business out there. Sometimes all you need is somebody to listen to you for a little while. So we've been on here, what, about an hour or so? Almost an hour and 30 minutes. And I know I've touched on some things that can resonate with a lot of people. If you need help, if you just need an ear, let us know. If you don't have a platform, but you want to get out there, let us know. You want to get your story out, let us know. We can do that. I would like to thank Leilani, my co-hostess with the mostest, for coming out and hanging out with me and giving her opinion and her thoughts and her story. Because not everybody's brave enough to do that. It's not. I like to thank everybody who came through the chat today. I appreciate y'all rocking with us, hanging with us. I appreciate the support, and I will always appreciate it. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so that every time we go live and drop a video, you guys can join us. Leilani, when is next time you and DC gonna be, I don't know, doing what y'all do when y'all do what y'all do?
I don't know. I don't think she bought any of the chips that I bought, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a video and try the chips.
Which chips are they? The ones you sent us out, we couldn't find them.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna go ahead and do it because it's the
send them to me again and let me see, like, because maybe they just hadn't made those. Because a lot of times you get stuff before we get it.
Yeah, the not the Ghostbusters, because I feel like maybe when I was in Houston, that's the only time they was out because I haven't seen them up here either. But the other ones, the Buffalo Cheetos and the whatever them Fritos was, hot sauce or something.
Oh no, I'll do that when I get off. I'll check in and see. All right, y'all.
That's right. Thank you for watching. Thank y'all for coming through. That's right. You came through a DC Kool-Aid and Lisa production live stream. Make sure you hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. And we will be back with another live stream.
And I put it on Caesars. All I got is certified trunk beaters. Charge a couple cool K for the features. It ain't about the money, then you probably can't reach us. Hey, and I put it on mamas. Do it for the soul, for the fam, and the comments. Don't act, be chill with the dramas. All you gotta do is be you and be
honest. That's what we talking about. Them YouTube streets got to be honest. On these YouTube streets, we got the mukbangers, the prankers, even the haters. We love vlogging, cooking, and pranks and challenges. Always have the real talk. And with Lisa saying, hey y'all,